That was my grandma's. Ugh.
Don't worry, ma'am. All of your stuff is in okay hands.
Just okay?
Well, they don't give 2.5 stars to just anybody.
Here you go.
What's this?
It's your piano.
Hold this for a sec.
We don't have a piano.
No. But the neighbors do.
Just okay is not okay.
Looking for a moving company that's on time, isn't milking the clock, and doesn't charge for shrink wrapping items, disassembling, and reassembling furniture? Would you value a team of hardworking guys that care about your belongings? No, really. Like, if any of your possessions were damaged or lost during the move, they'd cover it that same day. Well, Aaron Movers in Phoenix is serious about quality service, and we feel like we've mastered the art of moving. Since 2001, we've grown our well-known reputation of precaution, speed, courtesy, and planning. We've held every member of our team to a high standard and have never dropped the ball. Now that I think about it, we haven't really dropped much of anything over the last 17 years. We understand that nothing we touch belongs to us, and that we need to handle your belongings better than we'd ever treat our own. Because, in case you didn't know, you're the boss on moving day. Listen, our team honestly just wants to help you get your items moved from point A to point B as quickly and safely as possible. Our custom-built trailer plays a big role in our ability to do this by reducing trips and lowering costs. We'll even set things up at point B for you. Our 5-star rating proves that hard work pays off. With hundreds of satisfied customers across the great state of Arizona, we want you to experience moving as it should be. Whether you're moving into a new office, transporting items out of the state, or settling into a new place to call home, Aaron Movers wants you to focus on what you'll be doing once you get there. Don't take a risk, and we'll take care of the rest. Click below or call Joe at 602-703-0078 to learn more or to get a free estimate.
Okay. Sorry, just as he sits down. Thank you guys for joining us. We are playing a 10-ball race to 9, best of 3 sets. Mike Sandoval, 654, versus Karloz Chavez, 653. We have $200 in the middle. So that is where we are. This will be an interesting matchup. They are only one Fargo point split, and Mike Sandoval hurt his back today, but still wanted to play. And then Karloz has not shot a ball on this table other than yesterday and today in about 3 weeks, and he's only maybe gotten to put an hour's worth of practice in. So they're both working with a little bit of a handicap on top of their usual play. So it will be definitely interesting to see how this one plays out. We did have a match right before this, so this is going to be interesting because they only shot maybe 10 balls each before starting to play. So it is going to be a little rough in the go-ahead. So just give them a minute, guys, to warm up. So a little bit of a bang and smash there by Mike. Karloz is back up to the table, shooting the 1. Easy follow at the top to get to the 2. Gonna stun it across. He's putting a little bit of outside, but he missed it, I think because of the outside that he put on there. He has never been on the stream before, so since we've gotten started, he's always been in behind the scenes. So this is big for him. to be on the other side. And not only is he playing, but he is playing for cash money. Sorry if I'm sounding distracted on the stream. I am trying to share to all the places. If all of you could also share and help me share the stream, get up to 100 viewers is our goal. If we do get up to 100 viewers, I will do a draw for $10, and whoever is on at that time of the 100 viewers is eligible to win $10. So that is our goal, and we're already a third of the way there. We're already at 30. So please share, 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 and like, follow our page. So Karloz called the cross side here, so I feel like he's trying to rail, hit the 4, bank it. Oh, wrong pocket. If he would have called it, that would have been good for him. So you can see Mike here, a little slow to get down because he did hurt his back earlier today. Hey, Hopel. My co-host Hopel is here to share. Share, share, share. We're doing the fun giveaway here. $10 once we hit 100 viewers. So there are no early 10s. So what that gets him is he gets to spot the 10 and then shoot the 7. Hopeful this is a 654, which is Mike, versus a 653, which is Carlitos. Interestingly, Karloz was a 654 till about a week ago. I don't know what happened, but he went down a point. So they were even when they set this up, and he went down somehow. So I think that means he gets a game, right? 1 Fargo point. Natalie won 11-6 in the game right before here. The first time they played best of 3 sets, and Shanna won. So now they are 1-1, and we are going to try to set up a tie breaker. Oh, yeah, I knew the second that it hit the rail early, it was not going to go. And we are playing in Phoenix, Arizona on a 7-foot table with 3 7/8 inch pockets. So if you hit the rail at all, really, you do not make it in the pocket. You rattle. So first blood, as we are calling it, goes to Karloz. We did offer, by the way, so nobody calls us mean. We did offer to Mike to reschedule. So for those of you just joining us, thank you. Please like, follow, share. We're trying to hit 100 viewers. If we hit 100 viewers, I will give away $10. Random draw. So Mike hurt his back today, and he is moving kind of slow. and we offered if he'd like to reschedule the match, and he said, no, I want to keep moving so that my back doesn't keep hurting. And so here we are. Mike with a bum back, and Karloz having not shot for a couple weeks now. So this will be an interesting match where two 650s potentially do not play like 650s. So what you can see Karloz doing there, he is measuring from the ball to the edge of the bumper, the rail, and then he draws back the cue and puts the tip of the cue at the rail, and then looks through the point on his cue where he had his finger, and he looks at the cue ball, and that is called the mirror method. It gives you an idea, or an exact measurement actually, of where you need to hit on the rail to hit the object ball. And if you get very good at measuring and very accurate at hitting exactly where you need to, you can get really good at making the balls with kicks. I have been practicing that myself and have gotten pretty darn good, especially if the ball is anywhere near a pocket. It is much more difficult, obviously, when the ball is in the middle of the table. So now Karloz gets ball in hand. I'm curious if he's going to try to shoot the 2 in a way that breaks out that 5-8, or if he's going to try to use that 10-5-8 as a 3-foul blocker. So there he goes, puts it right in there. That is, if Mike cannot hit this, it will be 2 fouls. So sometimes 3 fouling is easier than trying to run out. I have never 3 fouled anyone, but I have also never been 3 fouled. Who else has 3 fouled someone or has been 3 fouled? Thank you everyone for joining. Please share to your groups. When we hit 100 viewers, I will do a giveaway of $10 to our viewers. We will do a random draw, and I will instantly PayPal you $10 once we hit 100 viewers. We are at 56, so we're over halfway there. Thank you, Hopel. You get a top sharer badge. I also shared to about 15 groups. I think I need to figure out what other groups you're in that I'm not in. Oh, you got a little sharer badge. Can you see it? So I think he's going again for a save. He did let Mike know, hey, you're on 2. So let's see if he gets a 3 foul out of this. Mike is going to 1 rail kick, call it in the side. Let's see if he gets it. Does get the hit, does not get the make, but he did not get 3 fouled. That was the goal there. But by getting that 5 ball out of there, they did break some stuff up. So I don't see any barriers here that would make it so that Karloz would not be able to run out here. So he's going to manipulate here with a lot of top left, spin it out, to then shoot the 7 in the bottom right corner. He's going to draw it with a little bit of it of bottom right, trying to get it straight on the 8 to then follow it to the 9 is my idea of what he's going to do. I do know him pretty well, so I can do pretty good at guessing. Oh, guys, we're 68. We are very close to 100 viewers. Once we get to 100 viewers, I will sorry, they were asking if he wants somebody to watch it. So that would be me, because I'm the only one. He said, I'm good. Oh, that was great. Gotta hit it hard enough and hope that 10 gets out of your way. Thank you, Cindy, for sharing as well. We have reached 22 states, 6 countries. So we are always in the market for new viewers, new cities, new states. All right, 2-0. So if anybody is out there and want to tell me where you're from, what country, what state, and see if I can mark off some new places. Ironically, we've hit most of the South and most of the East Coast, but Central America, Central United States of America is eluding us. So, oh, Tennessee. Hello, Drew. I think that's a new one. I'm excited. I have a little scratch off map that I scratch everyone off. Hopeful, you don't count. You're the only one. Oh, Cindy, I'm from Oregon. Hello. It's my favorite place. Love it. Fun fact about Karloz. He had never been to Oregon before. I took him this last summer. We went and met, or I knew my dad, but he met my dad. We went whitewater rafting, and in the middle of the rapids, the guy tells us, everybody get up and get on the edge of the raft and start paddle as hard as you can. And Karloz and my dad were sitting right next to each other in the raft, and they both pushed on each other to help get out of the raft and get onto the edge. And Karloz pushed just a little bit harder and pushed him right out of the raft and into the rapids. He had known my dad for a whole day and a half before that happened. Good icebreaker, I guess. So they are now best friends. It was funny because our daughter Reagan was in the raft with us and goes, "No, Grandpa," as he is floating down the raft, the river. It was fantastic. Ooh, Nebraska. That's a new one too. So to answer Drew's question, they are Fargo rated. A Fargo, they are Fargo rated 653 for Karloz and 654 for Mike Sandoval. They are only 1 point separate. Fargo is a international rating system. Goes on a scale of 0 to 1,000. The highest ranked player in the world is, I think, an 835. The lowest established ranked player is a 90. I looked that up. So fun fact, guys. Ooh, we're at 75. 3/4 of the way there. Ooh, 80. When we hit 100, we will do a drawing for a $10 cash money prize. So if we can get 100, so please share, share, share. And we will give you, someone, a $10 cash prize. Also, Karloz is also APA rated, for those of you that like APA. And he's a 7'9". They call him a Super 7. They are just playing for $100 each. Best of 3 sets, race to 9. Hopefully you deserve one, even regardless of the drawing, for all the times you've shared. So Mike is just going to stop this ball, but I think he has a little bit of an angle. He's actually potentially going to run into that 6-7. So if I was him, I'd shoot it with a little bit of low, run it into the 6-7. Oh, I don't know if he purposely missed it or accidentally missed it, but he's now jacked up over the 8, straight on the 6. So just, you know, make it and try to draw it back. Very nice. That was definitely the hardest shot. Now just float it across for the 8. Oh, I think he's a little straighter than he wanted to be, but that's okay. He can manipulate it just a hair to come out. Shoot the 9 ball in. Oh. If you shoot it in the top left, you're shooting in the blind pocket. That I do not like to do. But if you shoot it in the other corner pocket, you're going to scratch. So you don't really have a choice here but to shoot it in the blind side using outside to help it so the ball does not squirt. We did hit 90 there for a second. We are close, guys. We're getting close. We are about to be able to give away $10 to someone. Perfect, nice shot. Didn't hold it quite as well as he wanted to. I think he's just gonna roll up on it. Playing safe, letting Karloz be the hero if he wants to be. The 10 is not glued on the rail. I think if he tries to thin the 10, he might scratch, but he wants to thin it and put the cue ball way up on the other side of the table. He might scratch. Okay. Guys. Someone just rang our doorbell. We are not expecting anyone there. All right, 92. Guys, 8 more viewers and we will get a giveaway. Oh, 2 more viewers, guys. We are so close. $101. All right, guys, we have done it. We have done it. So I'm just scrolling randomly here for a minute. I'm gonna pick a name of all the people that are watching, and we will give away $10. Well, Karloz decides what to do with this 10. He is going to bank it, called the back corner. He missed it, trying to be the hero. Left it right. Oh. Why you gotta be mad, bro? So Karloz said, don't worry about it. Go ahead. Let it go. So, clicking on watching now. Sorry guys, taking me a minute. So, Garrett Elkington. Tell me where you're from. You are the winner of $10. We officially hit 100 viewers. So, 100 viewers. So, Garrett, if you are still here, you are the happy winner of $10, $10, almost at 100. Ooh. So tell me where you are from and send me Eugene. All right, another Oregonian. I am also an Oregonian, so I appreciate you. That was a great break. Great break, and he has a decent shot on the one. So Garrett, if you send me a private message to the K2 Productionz page, I will send you $10. Yes, Lance, you can turn off the captions. There's a couple different ways. If you're on silent, you just turn up the volume, is one way I've found out. Another way is if you go to the top right corner, if you click on the screen, top right corner, there's 3 little dots. If you touch the 3 little dots, then you go to closed captions, and then you go to turn off closed captions. So that has been the way that I have found it to be most successful. So back to the game now. Congratulations again, Garrett, for $10. Thank you everyone for playing. I need to update the score. I was so excited about the 100 viewers. Oh, that is a product of the hurt back. So again, for those of you who are just joining us, both of our players tonight are playing with a handicap. Mike Sandoval pulled his back today and hurt it really bad. We offered to reschedule, and he said, no, if I lay around, if I don't do anything, I'm going to hurt more. So he chose to still come out and play. And then Karloz's handicap is that he has not played in weeks, and he has been behind the scenes. He has been doing the production stuff and has not been shooting. So he has not been shooting, and these pockets do not give you any leeway. These are only 3 7/8 pockets. So if you do not hit clean, do not hit straight, they will not go in. They will rattle. So this is 10 ball, Corey. This is 10 ball, no early 10s. So if you're not familiar with the game, it is 9 ball, but with 1 extra ball and no slop. You must call every ball into every pocket, and you can only call 1 ball. So you can't play like a 2-way shot. You have to play 1 into the side, 2 into the corner, whatever you're going to do. If you have to combo in the 10 for whatever reason, that is legal. You just don't get credit for it. It gets spotted back up, and then you continue to shoot. Dry break there for Mike. Karloz gets to come back to the table. We have not had a break and run yet tonight. I am trying to keep some sort of statistics going here of Mike's breaks versus Karloz's breaks. Oh, Corey, Scotland. That's a new country. Thank you for joining. I've had Ireland, but no Scotland. I don't know what blackball is. I know snooker. I know 8-ball. Blackball. That must be 8-ball. I was like, blackball? What the heck is that? Well, thank you so much for joining us. What time is it in Scotland? It's got to be like, what? 1 o'clock in the morning? 2 o'clock in the morning? So Karloz did miss it. You can see this is a product of them not shooting for a while. And he likes to watch. You can see him looking at, they're actually watching their own game. He likes to watch and see what he did wrong, why he missed it, so that he can try to make sure he doesn't do it again. Mike called safe. Karloz now is going to, I'm trying to see if he can see it. Sorry, guys. I think he can thin it, come back around. Oh, that's okay. He at least got a piece of it, got lucky with the roll. I think you can see it, the skimming of the side. I think if his back wasn't hurt, that he would be jumping. But with a hurt back, I can imagine you're not going to be jumping very much. So, well, thank you guys, both Corey, Lloyd, everybody, for joining us, even though it's late for you. It is 8:15 here. We are on West Coast time. Fun fact about Arizona, which is where we're from, we do not observe time change. Daylight savings, we don't do it. I don't know, is that a thing in Scotland where twice a year you move the time either forwards or backwards an hour to adjust for the light? In Arizona, we say, screw that noise, and we do not ever change our time. So half the year we are on California time, half the year we are on Texas time. So mountain time versus central time, but we don't change. Is that an international thing? Is that a silly question? Oh, so he did make a ball. So it is option to Karloz to shoot or to give it back, because he did not make a called ball. Of course, because he can see the one, he's definitely going to shoot the ball. So here he's going to put the slightest amount of bottom, shooting the 2 and coming across. He doesn't want to go forward, and he didn't want to come straight across because he'll be 2 on top of the 3. So here he gave himself room. To come around. He's too far. Now, if we were playing for fun, he would jump. Ah, there we go. Let's see. Let's see the jump. This is a good angle. He's taking the butt off, which means he's going to do it in a darting method to try to hop 3 balls. This is my jump cue, by the way, so he owes me $10 for using it. See, $10 because he made it. It was only $5 if he missed. So he is still hooked, but this is not something you jump. This is something you need to kick at. So you could come 2 rails, come to the right rail, left rail, and then into it. But when you do that, you're going to break everything up and you're going to probably sell out. So what he's doing, again, is the measuring method, where you measure from the ball to the rail, and then you slide back and you look, and that's how much space you need to be able to hit it. So he tried to kick jump, but he missed, giving Mike ball in hand. So Mike is going to probably be able to run out. These gentlemen shoot at a level where running out should not be a difficult thing. But again, both of them are hurt today, so we'll see. Interesting, he's putting draw on that ball. Wow, what a great shot. I was thinking he was just going to make it and roll it forward to shoot the 8 all the way down, but he chose to do draw, come at a rail and come back so that he can shoot it down. But oof, I feel like he's going to scratch. Guys. So Drew, yes. So I have insider information because Karloz is my fiance. So I can tell you exactly what he's playing with. He is playing with a Tim Tonkin. It is a custom-made cue with the shaft though is not original to the Tim Tonkin cue. He got an ultra low deflection shaft and put it on top of his Tim Tonkin. That is a $5,000 cue. He played safe here. So Mike Sandoval is now at the table. He then also breaks with a BK rush, which is, as everyone I'm sure knows now, a $900 break cue. We actually just won in January a Arizona State Championship for Scotch doubles. We won about $4,000 by getting first place. So our gift to ourselves for winning Scotch doubles is a $800 break cue. Yeah, Corey, I play with a Jacoby custom cue with a low deflection shaft, and my cue with the low deflection shaft, and then I got a custom extension for it, and the extension itself cost $250. So my cue, all in all, is about a $1,500 cue, and I thought that was ridiculous. So I can't even fathom spending $5,000 on a cue. That was before we ever met that he got that cue. So yes, a Tim Tonkin $5,000 cue, a BK Rush $900 cue. I usually have the boys the players fill out streaming questionnaires. I don't think Mike's ever played here before, so I don't have one on him. But I can tell you almost everything about the other player. So we'll do what is the word I'm looking for? Trivia. So Karloz has been playing for about 15 years now. So this is a jump by Mike Sandoval. Let's see how that works for him with his back. He's struggling jacking up. Oh, nice jump. It's really unfortunate that he didn't get there because he did get shape, if I show you here, on the 3. So that was obnoxious. He's going to cut it. He's going to just cut it. Oh, play safe. That's smart. I'm a cutter. And he actually says that he thinks that I'm a better cutter than he is. So he has been playing for 15 years. He plays in APA, BCA, TAP. Who is Karloz's favorite pool player? That's the question. That's the trivia question. Who do you guys think is his favorite player, having been playing for 15 years? Gilbert. Those are my trophies and his trophies. So they are all APA, which is a league that we play in, except for the bottom middle clear one is actually one that I won in a independent tournament. So he tried to play safe, but he can see all that ball and actually perfectly in line to get shape with just simple middle ball. Well, low because he's that far away. So you need to go low for a stop shot and it'll just drift slightly. Oh, well, he way overstroked it. So Ray, you've watched too many streams. You are a cheater. Efren is his favorite player. So nice recovery there by Mike. He can now cut this 4-ball and come straight up or back towards himself because that is where the 5-ball lies. Nice. He's coming a little bit too far inward though. So now he can't make the 5. He's going to have to play safe or spin it, which he's completely capable of doing. He's putting actually extreme outside right now. Very nice. I think he was trying to bump into that 6-ball. He called safe. There's no benefit here for making that ball. So he could have banked the 6-ball. Mike is a very good banker. He could have easily made the bank, but bank to the side pocket, but there was no reward for that. He wouldn't have been able to get back down to the 7, so there's no point in making the 6. If you are going to make a ball, there needs to be a plan for the next ball. I have had a hard time learning that. There's not always a benefit to making a ball. Sometimes it is better to play safe than to just go for the make, because if the make has no reward, there is no reason to go for the make. So again, a good jumper. Oh my goodness, so good. He scratched. That was really unfortunate and really unfair. So 4-ball out. Let's hope that he can get it. He jumped that so good that he made it and scratched, followed it right in. Do you know how perfect you have to hit it, especially on this table? That's crazy. So, side pocket, go down and back up. I'm surprised he didn't put a little outside to bring it a little bit more on the 9, but I suppose he did need the angle to be able to draw it back for the 10. There he goes. Now, since of course it's the last ball on the table, you just make it. His favorite way to make a ball. So he gives Mike the game. Now you can see he taking off his glove, changing his glove. We had talked about When something is not working for you, you change something, anything. Change your shaft, change your glove, go put some water on your face, just do something different. That is the second 10 ball that he has rattled. So he has decided he needs to do something different. And so he went and changed out his glove. If you can see in the right hand side of the screen, we have a little mini fridge. On top of it is a gray basket full of about 15 different gloves options. So, all right, so I gave a score to the wrong person. It's 3-3. My bad. Sorry. I realized that. There we go. So that gray basket has all those different gloves. Karloz is shaking his head because if he would have just hit that a little bit harder, he would not have had to play safe there. He could have just come up and cut the one in, and then he had an easy run. But because he hit it too soft, he's forced to play safe. So he just rolled up on the one, and he is forcing Mike to do something. Mike's gonna skim the one, put the one on the bottom on the rail, and put the cue ball on the other rail. Best way to go. Cindy, I am from, well, my dad lives in Beaverton. I grew up in Lake Oswego, which is a suburb of Portland. My grandma lives in Gold Beach, which is 2 hours south of Coos Bay, hour north of Brookings. I don't know how else to describe it. In middle of nowhere, that's what that is. So tried to play safe. He was going to actually overroll it, but that 10 ball saved his booty. So now Mike can kick at it or jump it. And he just called the 2 ball. So let's see. Hello. Pushing too many options there. He's jumping, hitting the 1 to the 2 to make the 2. So he is jump combo. He might jump off the table. Oh, called it. It's almost like I know what I'm talking about. Don't worry, I won't make it a habit. Actually, it was funny. Yesterday? No, on, I don't know what day. We do too many of these for me to remember what day. Karloz was calling the scratches and the mistakes. Like, it was kind of crazy. He was like, they're gonna break, he's gonna scratch, and then they would break and scratch, and then he would be like, they're going to break, make the 1 on the side almost scratch, and then not. And that's exactly what would happen. It was kind of creepy. We had a viewer, Sophia, she's a local here in Phoenix, and she was like, whoa, what is going on? I told him he should buy a lottery ticket. This is my house, yes. My house with Karloz. We live here together. It is our house. This is our garage. That was good. Yeah, this is our garage. We have, let's see if I can get a good shot here. He's going to make the 10. But you can see we have the garage door on the left there. There it is. All right. We insulated it. We gel foamed all the way around it. Let's see here. There. So you can see the back spacing there. We gel foamed all around it. Then we put in the shelves, we painted, we put in the gym flooring, we installed the AC unit, which is that black and gray thing right next to the trash can. And we have people come from all over now to play here at K2 Productionz. We have had matches for up to $1,600 a piece. Tomorrow will be our largest matchup ever. Is $5,000 in the middle. Hello, Garrett. I know I have not sent you the money. I promise that I will. I will do it at the next commercial break, which we will do at 5/5. This is a red label diamond. Nice. He is in stroke. Mike was about to get up because, oh, sorry, he did not know that he called that. So this is a call pocket game. It is very important to make sure that your opponent knows what you are shooting. So yes, going back to, this is a red label diamond table with Simona's cloth. It is 3 7/8 pockets. It is the smallest pockets in all of Arizona. So it is no joke to play here. Anyone will tell you, if you can play here, you can play anywhere. Got a little bit straight on the 6. I think that he might have to just go top, go to the rail and back out and shoot the 7 all the way down. Oh, look, Cindy, I'm just as good as he am. So top, purely so he doesn't scratch. Gives him a little tougher shot on the 8, but he doesn't scratch. So he is going to hit this with a little bit of top because center would draw to the side pocket. So a little bit of top and straight on the 10. There we go. That was our first break and run. Good for him. Which really, for him, you guys don't know him, obviously, like I do. And I see him break and run all the time. So it becomes slightly less impressive. It's kind of like watching the Moscone Cup, right? You don't think that they're going to miss. And I know that he's not an 800 level player. But either one of these two, Mike or Karloz, are capable of running a rack and running multiple racks. In fact, Karloz did a challenge the other day of running racks, just straight 14.1, and he was able to break and run 6 racks, and then on the 7th rack, so what is that, 60 balls in, 65, 70 balls in, he broke, made a ball, and missed straight in on the side ball. I think he was just mentally tired, could not shoot anymore. So that is, I think, the most impressive thing that I've seen him do, is 6 15 rack run them back to back to back to back. I've also seen him run 8-ball racks. He called the 6. This will be interesting. So ball in hand, he ran it into a ball on the way. It does look like that one goes. So in 8-ball, I was saying, we play league. And the best I've seen him do was break and run, 8 on the break and run, and then broke dry, but then ran out. So 5 8-ball racks, 1 inning. So this, if he does not hit it, would put him on 2. But this is... so he's gonna go behind the, or between the 5 and the 10. Nailed it. Very nice. So he's going to have to spin the 2-ball because he cannot see enough of it. If anything, I think he would play safe here because the make is not guaranteed and no additional guarantee of getting to the 3. He did, in fact, just call safe. So try to stick the ball. This is a pretty tough jump. I feel like he's going for the jump cue again, but I feel like you not just have to jump the 5, you kind of have to jump the edge of the 10 as well. Again, this is my custom jump cue made by James Handshoe. And everyone keeps using it. So he took the back off. He is going with the dart method because he is so close. He jumped. He was trying to jump bank it into the top right pocket. He did get the jump. He did get the bank. He did not get the make, but the leave was still everything he needed it to be. Mike's calling the 2-ball in the kick all the way into the opposite corner. Good hit, but just didn't quite make it. As you could see, he cannot quite get down on the ball. He is in a lot of pain. He hurt his back today, and I guess he twisted a little bit too fast in reaction, and he tweaked his back. We offered to reschedule, and he said, no way, I don't want to be stale. I don't want to just be laying around. That just makes it worse. So he is playing. All right. This is actually perfect that he's a little bit off here because then he can just stun it across exactly like that. So for this 7 to get on the 8, you can just go low, avoiding the 9. Oof. He either over or under stracked it a little bit. I think he meant to shoot that in the corner. He's now going to have to cut it. He did not mean to hit that 10 ball, but he's okay. He can hit this with low. He doesn't like it. He got up. Something happened. He was down, but he went ahead and got up. Oh, he's going with top. Interesting. Yeah. I could tell he was going to miss that because I know him personally, and he got down, changed his mind, got up, chalked, got down and shot it, but he wasn't convinced. He hadn't convinced himself yet about the shot. So he missed it because he hadn't decided yet in his mind what he was going to do. And he was punished for it. So we are now 5-4 in a race to 9. Cindy, I agree with you. I did make a good purchase. In fact, James Hanshoe is actually a good friend of mine, and he lives in Texas. He makes cues out of his home, and he does them in batches. And every 6 months or so, he'll throw out a new batch. And I told him on this newest batch to make me a jet black handle with glitter sparkles in it, and then a purple heart shaft, because I do have a purple heart shaft now, and I've had the black handle, but I wanted it with sparkles, glitter sparkles, guys. That's what it's all about. So he agreed. He actually does not make the jet black handles anymore, so he said that's an extra charge, and the glitter is an extra charge too, but he will do it. So I have been waiting for it since before Christmas, and I still haven't got it. I am eagerly anticipating it. So I think that if he hits this good, he could kick it, hit the 1 into the 4, and it would tangent into the pocket. But instead he went for a push. Lame.
These guys playing so smart.
Sorry, that was me yawning. James Hanshoe Hopel. James Hanshoe is making me custom cue, a jump cue. 3-part. See, exactly what I said, deflecting off the 4. But unfortunately, what do you do? What do you do now with the 2? You play safe? Exactly. Oh, you're good, Hopel. Of course, I don't mind. Mr. James Hanshoe. So, floating the cue ball behind the 5-9. Karloz didn't even get up before he grabbed the jump cue. Of course, it has to be bedazzled, Hopel. Maybe people will stop using it. If I charged people for every time they borrowed my jump cue here, I would have enough for 2 more custom jump cues. And it's funny because between myself and Karloz, obviously we share a lot of equipment, but other people coming in playing Scotch doubles, singles, you would think they'd come prepared, but a lot of people leave stuff. We have lent out gloves, chalk, extensions, bridges, but they also love to use my jump cue. You'd think people would bring their own jump cue, but they don't. So they use mine. And so I always make the joke, $5 for borrowing my jump cue every time. And if I would have actually charged them, I would have enough for a whole other jump cue. Hey, Kit. Welcome, welcome. So he can see this, I think, to make it. Yes. All right. So come around, 1, 2, right into the pocket. unfair. Messed up roll. But he's not necessarily out. There's a little bit of struggle getting from the 3 to the 4, but he does have ball in hand to do it. So oh, great. I was wondering what his plan was. So now he has the bridge over those balls a little bit, but he's just hitting center ball, making it down. Apparently, his center ball is draw. I'm not hitting the very bottom of the ball of the cue ball. I'm not drawing. So I always find it impressive when these guys are able to draw it while hitting what looks to me like center ball. So now he can just go off the rail, come back out, shoot the 7 in the side, stop shot, cut the 8 past the 10 into the corner pocket. It will be tough only because that 10 ball takes away part of the pocket. Exactly. At a different pool hall, that would probably go. But at this house with 3 7/8 pockets, it does not go. I was just looking here, what's the best plan? And it looks like he's pretty darn straight on the 8. So if he just makes it, rolls up. No, I guess he has an angle. He is still going top, left. Going to shoot it in the side, which here, anything onto the side is tough. Our side pockets are very tough, and that is why he is hesitating. He is just double checking the angle, shooting it. He did that he did it a 2-way. He did it because if he missed it, he was stuck behind the 10 and the 9 ball would go up table. If he made it, he just gives himself a little bit tougher shot on the 10, but he has that backup of, okay, just in case. And he does like to play those. He likes to play the 2-way shots sometimes, especially if he's not feeling confident in the shot itself. So he says if he's not at least 80% sure that he's going to make a ball, he's going to play it 2 ways or play it safe. And to me, I don't think I even shoot a straight in the pocket shot with 80% confidence that it's going in. So if I went by those odds, I would never shoot a ball. I can't tell if that 1 goes through the gap between the 5 and the 8. It looks to me like it does, but I don't know. He is also checking it out and then seeing, okay, if I go and I make it, where do I need to be for the 2? Right there. But he does have to now bridge over the top of the 5, which people do not like. So he's going to have to play safe here. I would think he skins the 4, but the cue ball by the 9 ball, using the 10 as a blocker, putting the 4 ball up table. Thank you again, everyone joining us at K2 Productionz here in Phoenix, Arizona. These are 2 654 Fargo rated players playing 10 ball, race to 9, best of 3 sets for $200. So same concept of what I was thinking, but he just switched it. Cue ball up table, 4 by the 9. but same as what I was saying. Same but opposite. So he's calling 2 rails. To me, he's aiming right at the 5. Holy mackerel, guys. I did not think he could get past that 5 and into that 4 ball. That was a great shot. And I don't think he can make it, so he goes for the safe. He did get there. So he's either going to have to try to kick again or he's going to jump. I think though if he jumps, especially for a make, it will go into the side pocket. That is the natural tangent line for that. So please, if you are new to the stream, say hello, tell me where you're from. We are collecting states, countries of where everyone is from. Like to hear from my viewers. I know that I have a wonderfully soothing voice. Oh no. He hit the cue ball so straight that it went straight in line to the corner pocket. So yes, I know I have a wonderful, soothing, motherly voice. But I also don't want to just talk to myself. All right, Ricardo, you have been on our stream before, correct? You are our viewer from Peru. I talk about you often. I don't know if that was intentional, because it's unlike him to miss. And he is hooked behind the 8. So again, I don't know if that was a two-way shot or if he just missed. So, got the kick safe. Karloz will be kick safing back, I do believe. Does anyone have any questions about these players? I'm pretty confident that I can answer questions about these guys. Let me tell you what else. I've noticed, and people could tell me if I'm wrong, it seems that people who like to play pool like to gamble and play a lot of poker. Karloz included plays a significant amount of poker. He just scratched. I didn't think that was possible. Where are my people at that I was talking about earlier with the scratches? Oh, that was the last stream. That I'm so good at scratching that I scratch in ways you didn't even know was possible. And I feel like that Karloz was just challenging me with the scratch there. So Mike has ball in hand. He's more than likely going to run this out. So I was saying that I feel like most pool players like to gamble, and Karloz included loves to gamble and play poker. We often have poker matches at our house, 20 plus players. We don't stream it though because streaming poker is extremely difficult. But does anyone else notice that? Has anyone else noticed that a lot of pool players play poker? If you are a pool player, do you also like to play poker? He also goes and plays at the casino a lot. Playing Omaha High-Low is his favorite game to play. feel like Mike got a little bit lucky there. I don't know, you can't see, but he threw his cue up when he was making that 9 ball. Let's see if he does it again. Here. No, not there. So when he was making that 6, or the 9 ball, he threw the cue in the air. He scooped it. But when you play at a 650 Fargo, I guess you can scoop and make it. Thank you, Ricardo, for saying that my voice is better than Carlos's. He does have a pretty fancy accent, though. I do not have one of those. Oh, Cindy, you got a badge. Good job. You got a sharer badge. You and our friend here in Scottsdale, Hopel, both got top sharer badges. So congratulations. You get a fancy little badge by your name now. So good break. He can see the 1. I don't see any issues really getting out here. Even the 6 to the 7, because the 7's kind of a little awkward, but the 6 makes that easy. Yeah, Cindy, he tries to get me to play poker, but I'm like, I don't know, I have 6 queens, is that good? And he's like, you can't have that many. And I'm like, well, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm surprised there a little bit. He way overdrew that. I would think he kind of wanted to be straight on the 3 to just go off the rail for the 4. He's now I'm gonna think go a couple different rails to get to that 4 ball. Yeah, go around. Oh, nice. He used the 8 as a stopper. He's just gonna go with top, left, shoot the 4 ball in, go off the rail. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go around the 9. Now he is hooked. He did call a 2 rail kick, 6 on the side. Now he is rethinking his options. I think he's looking at potentially jumping and going all the way down. You can see him here thinking, looking, wondering, daydreaming about life. So he is going for the jump. Cindy, I was being facetious. Oh, wow. Nice try. Can he see it now is the question. Here, let's look at this. Oh, maybe rail first, but that is, the 6 is far off the rail, so that makes it tougher. Tougher. Oh, I'm channeling the Scottish man that was here earlier. Tougher, eh? Oh, that's Canadian. I'm not doing well tonight, guys. So thank you again for watching. Please share, like, comment, follow our page. We do have streaming matches every day, and we appreciate everyone who watches. He's playing safe. It's a nice safe. It does look like he could potentially bank the 6 ball, and that is his plan. Mike did just call the side pocket. Oh, but he played safe just in case. Well, I am Irish, Drew. Hope that doesn't go against me. But I grew up a little bit of everywhere. I've lived in Oregon, Washington, Texas, New York, Georgia, Arizona, and in Arizona, I've lived in about 9 different cities in Arizona. I've also lived in Canada, Victoria, British Columbia. So growing up in so many different places for 6 months at a time, I feel like I've picked up all sorts of accents. I am the child of a gypsy, not a real gypsy. I know that's a real thing, but I feel like my mom just moved with the wind. She actually said once she didn't think we should develop roots anywhere because roots are bad, apparently. So I don't know if you saw again what he was doing. I've pointed it out a couple times when he's doing it. He measures from the edge of the ball to the rail with his cue. He then backs up his cue and puts the tip to the edge of the rail. He looks at the point where he measured on the cue to the cue ball, and that tells him, and he looks through, and wherever that point is on the edge of the rail is where he needs to hit the rail to hit the ball. So that is what he's doing. It's called the mirror method, and that is what he does, and he's usually very good at it. You've seen he's hit the ball every time he's used it. He has made the ball a few times, so it is a very good method. So here he's going to go with top, shooting the 8 all the way down. He doesn't like it. Nice. I feel like he poked it, but that's because I'm used to seeing him have such a nice stroke. So I do see in the banner he wrote 1 race to 9. That might be because Mike has a hurt back. I know they originally had planned on best of 3 sets, so I'll have to ask them about that. All right. Well, this tells us that Fargo is correct. They are neck and neck. You took my drink. It's okay. Karloz stole my grape soda. It was the last one. Rude. So Fargo says that they play exactly the same, and it seems to be pretty accurate, as they are neck and neck. That was a fantastic break. Let's see if he can see the 2. All right, or 1, sorry. So 1, just center ball here. Gets you where you need to be. There was a window on each side of the 8, and he instead ended up right on the 8. So he's going to go 1 rail into the 2, safe. So he's now going to push the 2 into the 5. Oh, nope. Well, yes, but I thought he was just going to roll it. But it makes more sense to put the 2 where he can't see it. He's forced to either kick or jump. You're hoping to force an error. If you get ball in hand, this is a pretty straightforward rack to run out. But they are struggling a little bit. And like I said at the beginning of this race, both of these boys are struggling with an extra handicap. Mike hurt his back, and Karloz hasn't played in weeks. So he's too busy being on the mic now. So between that, neither one of these guys are running out, which is something they normally can do pretty easily. They're both struggling, and you can tell that they're both having a tough time. So I would hope that one day you can see Karloz play, or Mike play, when they are at their best, because it is truly impressive to watch. It is beautiful, really, that they are able to shoot with such elegance and such smooth fluidity. Sorry. But like I said, they are both struggling a little bit today. So again, no early 10s, no benefit to going for the 9-10 combo, and also potentially gives you a bad leave when you have to spot the 10, but risky having to go bridge over a 10 and shoot all the way down. But obviously at a 654 Fargo, that is not a concern for these men here. So for the first time, Mike pulls ahead. So what other hobbies do you guys have other than playing pool? Like I told you, Karloz's hobby is poker. I know Mike plays a little bit of poker as well. I know a lot of the guys that we have had here have written down on the surveys in the past that golf is their hobby. So apparently pool players also play poker, who also play golf. So I think that Karloz might be in a little bit of trouble here, because he has been struggling with his break on this table today, and Mike is killing it. The only thing is, Mike is not running out. Karloz is the only one with a break and run, and in 13 racks there has only been one break and run, which is very unlike these guys. But we actually had 2 over 700 Fargo players play here the other day, and out of 25 racks, I believe there was only 3 break and runs, and that shows you what difficulty these pockets adds to the game. Those are usually run out players, and they were not able to do it. Oh wow. Ugh. But no reward. That is such a pain in the butt. Such a great kick for no reward. Oh, he hits it, but no rail. So here we are, 4 ball out. I don't know if you could see Mike over there in the corner, threw a little fist for a second. He was a little bit frustrated. So Drew, you said you read a lot. I am a reading fanatic. Horror is my favorite genre to read. Dean Koontz is my favorite author of all time. I own over 110 of his titles alone. I own easily over 300 books. What do you read? Comic books? My ex-husband, we were together for 10 years, loved comic books. It was never my thing. I tried, I just didn't get it. All right, so here is the break that I was talking about. Let's see if he can figure it out. Breaks, makes the wrong ball. Like I said, really struggling. That is the difference here. I think that Karloz is playing better, but his break is just no good. And it is really making the difference here tonight. So it looks like Mike is going for the 3 foul. He's going for the Z kick. I know this is funny, but I did a Z kick 2 weeks ago during a match and made the ball. And ever since, wow, no reward though. So ever since I made that Z kick, 2 other people have continued to try to duplicate my amazing Z kick. That was actually, I think, even better than my Z kick because that one ball was further away from the pocket than when I did mine. Mine was a little bit more difficult in that I had to spin because the math didn't work out. There was a ball in the way, so I had to spin the ball, but his was more impressive for the distance. So Drew, you said Stephen King. That's my buddy of Dean Koontz. They, I know, have fed off of each other a lot over the years. I've never read Game of Thrones. I've also never watched Game of Thrones. Great hit. Great hit. Better than giving ball in hand. Still a possibility of running out, but it's tough. You make this 2 and it's so thin. You have no guaranteed shape on the 3. So they are Cindy. So I was just talking about that. Normally they do 3 sets, best of 3 sets, but in the banner, which Karloz did set up for me, let's see if I can find it here after this one, at the top it does say 1 race to 9. I was wondering if perhaps they decided to shorten the race from 3 sets to 1 because Mike has that hurt back. So I think they are just doing 1 set for safety's sake for Mike's back. So I don't know if you can hear over the headset, but Karloz just sighed big because he missed that 3 ball on the side. He is frustrated at the way he is shooting. He did get in the window for that 4 ball as well, so that's even more frustrating when you make the shape that you're looking for. Ooh, I think he's in the window. I said there are 2 parts to pool, right? There's making the ball and then getting shape. I can do making the ball really good. I can do getting shape really good. And I can tell you when these guys shoot, what they're using, how they're getting around. I'm very good. It comes to doing step 1 and step 2 together, making the ball and getting a shape, that I am not so good at. I can do one or the other, not one and the other. So I didn't think he could make that. I thought he would play safe, but he seems to be in the offensive mode. It means he's getting frustrated. He starts to bang balls when he gets frustrated. That is his telltale. Looks like he's thinking about the 3-9 combo. I don't think the 3 goes past the 9. But he says it does because he got down, so. Overcut. Oh, nice stick behind the 7. So I was playing pool. Karloz and I actually met during a pool tournament. So I was already playing pool before he and I met. I wasn't very good, but I enjoyed it. And he took me under his wing, maybe used it as an excuse to get a date. And we've been together ever since. And since then, he has taught me a lot. So much. So that was a good save. He knew he couldn't get there. He didn't want to give a ball in hand with an easy run out. So the smart choice is to, if you can't make it weird. That's my motto. And that is what he did. He pushed the 9 into the cluster there. So anyway, back to my story. He has taught me a lot. He's given me a ton of knowledge. And that is really annoying because I have a lot of knowledge, but I do not have the ability to apply it. Or I do, but not consistently. So the joke kind of has always been, I think like a 650, I shoot like a 350. So it's annoying because sometimes I know what I need to do, but the execution is just not there. So he has to shoot straight. I think he can, but then he's going to have to put 2 tips of right hand English to be able to spin it into the 3. Each diamond counts as 1 tip of English that you need. He's going 2 rails. That was interesting. I don't know what happened there. So Mike just told him, you are on 2. So this is a huge game in this match because the winner of this game is on the hill. So that is huge. Huge. So he's trying to thin the 3 and put the cue ball. He's gonna scratch. So they are both making a lot of unprecedented mistakes today. This is interesting for me because I know these players. You guys don't know what it's like. So you don't know the mistakes that they are making. But I know. I'm trying to think I feel like he's trying to push the 3, go with low, bring it all the way back. Smart. So 1 rail kick just for contact. Not trying to make it, just trying to hit it. Missed it, which puts him on 2. So Mike is now on 2. I don't think he's going to need again to 3-foul him, though. This is a pretty tic-tac-toe board, as Karloz likes to say. If he can just make the balls. Don't move the cue ball around too much. Just try to play simple, play smart to get to the hill. You can tell that neither one of these players is really playing confident. And the reason I can say that is when these players are playing confident, they'll go 2, 3, sometimes crazily even 4 rails to get shape. But when they are not playing well and they're simply trying to just kind of make balls, they do not move the cue ball around very much. They play much more conservatively, much safer. So that was a huge win. You can see maybe Karloz shaking his head as he gets to the table. He just mouthed to me, "I am so lucky." So he knows. He knows that he's not playing well. He knows that they're both not playing well. And that this is extremely close. And it's kind of funny because they're both basically even in Fargo. I mean, the race obviously shows you that. They're going back and forth, back and forth. But then they also are working with a deficit. And their deficit is making their errors the same. So it is very interesting to me to watch them consistently make the same mistakes, play like the same player. I mean, Fargo, I feel like, could not be more spot on for these two players in this situation. So I think he might push here. It is really risky to push because if Mike runs out the table, they're hill. But Karloz did choose to push. So Mike can see it, so I wouldn't assume, I would never give back a ball you can see. Because if you can see it, that means you can play safe. And you should always play safe over letting the other player play safe on you, would be my thought process. So I think he's going to hit that 5. What do you do? So he has to mini-masse as he is slightly. So hit the 1, hit the rail, hit the 5 to hit the rail. So it is a good shot, but potentially just sold out right there because he now has a good shot. Just hit this one with top. You're going to run into the 8, so you have to hit it with a little bit of pace to move that 8 ball out of the way. Beep, beep. The 2 to the 4 is the tricky part here. So he is thinking, interestingly, if you guys can see, he thinks while he's down, and then he changes his mind. So that 4, I don't think that 4 goes, guys. I don't think it goes. On a regular table, it goes. Oh, shit. Sorry. I was going to say on a regular table, that 4 goes all day. But on this table, you can't cheat the pockets like that. You can't hit rail first. But Mike proved me wrong. So again, tic-tac-toe here. The only thing is he is super far and kind of straight. If he tries to force it, hit that 10, so he's just going to draw it back, I assume. Mike has a great draw shot. Wow, he forced an angle I did not know existed. And because he did that, he came too far over. And that 7 does not pass that 10. So that was his one opportunity to run out here that he has messed up. Like I said, in what is this now, 15 racks? We've only had one break and run, which is unheard of for these guys. You can tell they're really struggling tonight. Any other night, we'd be looking at 4, 5, 6 breaks and runs. Easy. He is going for it. He touched it. Oh, I see what he's trying to do there. I was like, dang, he really didn't cut that. He was touching it and trying to put him right behind the 10. Just leaked out, but not an easy shot here for Karloz. The 9 is too far out to try to carry him into the side. Yeah, he was going to try it anyway. Oh, guys. Oh my gosh. When I grow up, I want to be able to shoot shots like that. Holy. That is a beautiful freaking shot. Imagine if he would have made it though, because then Mike had option and he'd have to shoot the 8. And I'm sure that Mike would have been like, go ahead, shoot that 8. I don't want to shoot it. That's what I would say. This is actually the part of the game that Karloz likes the most. So his favorite version of the game to play is 8-ball. And the reason he likes that is because... Alright, so here's the tester. Ball in hand, 4-ball out, not a difficult run. Let's see if the nerves are going to get to him, or if he's going to be able to run this out. So he's going to... He shot it so fast, he didn't even look at what angle he wanted to be for the 8-ball. So now he's already playing recovery. First shot of the game. That's the nerves, that's the not confidence. Top. Hit the rail, come out. Hope that you're not straight. He's going to have to hit this with inside to bring it down the table. He's going to scratch. Holy cannoli. Cannolis, guys. Cannolis. Holy cannolis. All right. So they're calling it a match. You can see he's saying, you had me, dude, you had me. So he was, so they are, Cindy. That was our question, right? Were they going to play more? And they are not. Hi, everyone. Voice, name, face to the voice. So, thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. We could not do this without you guys. So we appreciate it so much for liking, for sharing, for watching, for everything. We appreciate you so much. Please continue to watch our streams, our matches. We do this for you. Tomorrow we will be streaming a $5,000 in the middle match between a 746 and a 706, I believe. It is a huge match. Please tune in. Please watch with us. We are excited to bring that to you. So have a good night. Thank you again. Be safe. Have a good Friday tonight. Thank you so much. And yes, Hopeful, I will get you a mug. I promise. Thank you. Have a great night.
Oh, sir, that was my grandma's. Ugh.
Don't worry, ma'am. All of your stuff is in okay hands.
Just okay?
Well, they don't give 2.5 stars to just anybody.
Here you go.
What's this?
It's your piano.
Hold this for a sec.
We don't have a piano.
But the neighbors do.
Just okay is not okay.
Looking for a moving company that's on time, isn't milking the clock, and doesn't charge for shrink wrapping items, disassembling, and reassembling furniture? Would you value a team of hardworking guys that care about your belongings? No, really. Like, if any of your possessions were damaged or lost during the move, they'd cover it that same day. Well, Aaron Movers in Phoenix is serious about quality service, and we feel like we've mastered the art of moving. Since 2001, we've grown our well-known reputation of precaution, speed, courtesy, and planning. We've held every member of our team to a high standard and have never dropped the ball. Now that I think about it, we haven't really dropped much of anything over the last 17 years. We understand that nothing we touch belongs to us, and that we need to handle your belongings better than we'd ever treat our own. Because, in case you didn't know, you're the boss on moving day. Listen, our team honestly just wants to help you get your items moved from point A to point B as quickly and safely as possible. Our custom-built trailer plays a big role in our ability to do this by reducing trips and lowering costs. We'll even set things up at point B for you. Our 5-star rating proves that hard work pays off. With hundreds of satisfied customers across the great state of Arizona, we want you to experience moving as it should be. Whether you're moving into a new office, transporting items out of the state, or settling into a new place to call home, Aaron Movers wants you to focus on what you'll be doing once you get there. Don't take a risk, and we'll take care of the rest. Click below or call Joe at 602-703-0078 to learn more or to get a free estimate.